Okay, hello everyone. Today, I'm here to bring you some important updates on US immigration laws, focusing on birthright citizenship and deportation changes. So let's dive in. So on January 20th, 2025, the new president, President Trump, issued an executive order in which to end birthright citizenship from children born in the United States or parents who are neither US citizen nor lawful permanent residents. We know that this further changes the long-standing interpretation of the 14th Amendment, which grants citizenship to all individuals born on US soil. So starting with the birthright citizenship, we realize that this is a significant development and that is presently underway, which means that from February 19, a new executive order will impart who qualify for citizenship at birth. So under this order, we know that a newborn in the United States will only automatically become a US citizen if at least one parent in the US is a US citizen or permanent resident. In other words, it means that if the father is a citizen, then the child can be a citizen, or if the father is a lawful permanent resident, then any child that is born in that period can become a US citizen, or the mother also, or maybe both are permanent residents, so or both are citizens. So anyone who is citizen of permanent resident make the child qualified to become a US citizen based on birthright. So any of this is not, then the child cannot become a US citizen starting from February 19. So it means that if both parents are non-immigrant visa, so like maybe F1 or H1B or any other status that is different from what is it called, permanent resident or US citizen, can't. They will not be granted citizenship at birth. Although we know that this is still under amendment. So one of the crucial things to note is that this executive order is currently facing legal challenges. So, which means that there's possibility for this executive order to turn around such that it will not be effective again. So because it is based on US Constitution, and for it to continue running, it has to change, which means that the Constitution has to change. And right now, there are 22 lawyers from different 22 states who are already fighting against this policy, that is this order. So we just keep praying, and we believe that it's going to work out great. So one of the changes about this birthright is that if you have a child between now and February 19th, you still have that grace. But starting for February 19, it depends on states though, also, because there's some states who are already kicking it out, and there's some states who have already agreed to it. I'm going to try to make more research on the states that are already agreed and the states that have not agreed with the policy, because states can also decided to work on that order and then maybe change it to their own states. It's an executive order, it's not yet inside Constitution. So which means that things can still turn around. Okay, but let's just keep praying and keep hoping that this really will change, because a lot of people through different status have become citizens through the birth of their child. So this is one of the things that Trump is trying to stop. So coming together, we surely fight this, and this way will help us out. Okay, that's about the immigration on birthright. Then the second thing I'll be talking about also is concerning the deportations. So there's a new guideline in deportation. Now before, deportation is such that if you are a legal immigrant, you can be deported. But there are some guidelines that still allow you to stay in the state even though when you're picked up. So we're going to talk about the old guideline. The old guideline would allow any ICE, that is the immigration, policemen, the immigration, police people who are going around to pick illegal immigrants, did not have the grace to go into churches, go into schools, go into different places to pick up people. I think they can only go to restaurants at that time, or they can pick you on the way. But now there's a new guideline, a new policy towards deportation. So which we're going to talk about right now. So the first thing is talking about, we call it expanded enforcement authority. So it's called the expanded enforcement, which means that they can arrest and deport undocumented immigrants. So before, if they pick undocumented immigrants, they go to themselves grace, whereby they can collect all what is needed and still allow the process to still be working about. But now, when they arrest you and you're undocumented immigrant, you are deported either instantly or you wait for a few weeks and you'll be deported. So they don't allow you to even document before. Undocumented immigrants can still, maybe because it did not, that immigrant did not fall into any illegal practice, such that maybe done anything wrong, maybe commit crime or anything, you're undocumented immigrant, you still have some grace before, whereby they can help you out and then get something, maybe go through lawyers and other things, and you're okay. But now you have a criminal case, you are not a criminal, so far you are undocumented immigrants. So that's one of the things that has changed. Number two is called the elimination of sensitive location policy. So before, the administration has revoked previous policies that limit immigration enforcement action to sensitive locations like schools, churches, and hospitals. So before they can't. But now, the officers can now conduct arrests at the site without needing high-level approval. So they can go to schools, they can go to hospitals, they can go to churches, they can go to anywhere to pick people up and deport them. There is one video I watched recently this morning where the ICE are going around checking vehicles. So they will check the name of the vehicle, and then when they pop up, they will check all the record of that person to know maybe is a legal immigrant or not a legal immigrant, or maybe committed crime or something. So immediately they see that car, they go after you. So another thing I will also say is that if even though you are legal immigrant, make sure you always go with your ID card. Make sure you always go there, because they can stop you on the way at any time and ask for your ID and check you out. So please be careful this time. Try to go with your ID card wherever you are going to. And then if you know that you are presently out of status, I'm talking to F1 and H1B, if you are presently out of status, I advise you not to drive for now. That's what I would say, not to drive your car, because if your car is registered in your name, there's a possibility that they can pull you up and they can then pull you up and pull you back to side. Then another thing that also came up, another update is that if you are out of status for 3 months, 6 months, you still have the grace to push yourself back into status. So, for example, let's you are on F1, you're F1 student, and then you're out of status. Then, for example, maybe you graduated, you've not gotten a job, maybe before you have a grace of 3 months. Now you have a grace of 6 months. Grace of 6 months to get back to status, so you can apply back to another school so that you can get back to status or you can get a job. quick as possible. But if you are on F1B and if you are on H1B, sorry, H1B, you have some grace to easily to get job as quick as possible. So please, this information is very, very important that you go out with your ID all the time. And then I want you to know that they can easily dictate, if you are not born here, they easily dictate that. So go out with your ID all the time. But secondly, they can pull up your information using your car. And then thirdly, what I'm going to say is that if you know you're out of status for over 6 months, please don't try to go to anywhere where they can pull you and then ask you questions. So try possible best to know what you're going to do. I'm not bringing this information to get you scared, but it's very, very important that you know this information right now. So before, they can go to schools, they can go to churches, they can go to hospitals, but now they can go to schools, they can go to churches, they can go to hospitals, they can go to anywhere. Most importantly, if you are F1 student and you're out of status and maybe your wife or your wife is in the hospital, is about to give birth, please just keep praying that God help you this time. God help you this time. So this is the update I'm going to bring today. And please, I want you to stay tuning and then like, comment, and then if you have more information about this, please comment on the section, on the comment section. Please bring your own information also. Let other people learn how we can help each other. And then I'll see you in my next video. Thank you very much and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.